Now I'm hoping it's coming up. How strange. At any rate, Norfolk has actually 9 sister cities, and Kochi was chosen as the 8th sister city. We've been sister cities now since 2010. The general goal of our organization is to foster global understanding, friendship, and cooperation through people-to-people exchanges and long-term partnerships between Norfolk and its sister cities. Each one of our sister city relationships has its own focuses, and the ones that are important to us are, first of all, education and culture, secondly, economic development, thirdly, environment, fourth, medical exchange, and fifth, municipal government services. Now, I really need the pictures now.
Okay, you should have it now.
Are they coming? Okay, just keep going a little bit because, keep going. Okay, stop, go back. Okay. Probably first and foremost on our list is education, and one of the things that we do is place a lot of emphasis on increasing the awareness in the local area about Kochi and Kerala in India. And one of the vehicles for this is Norfolk Sister Cities Young Global Citizens Program, which was just there. And there it is, okay. Our committee provides programs in local schools about various aspects of Indian and Keralan culture, history, geography, government, and so forth. The pictures you're seeing here are from a program we did a couple of months ago. We usually start off with a longer segment, which is educational, and then we have breakout groups where we do different aspects of Indian culture. Okay, we had music in the last one, and here we have foods. The next one is a picture of Elizabeth Counterpart with great big beans, which really fascinated the kids. We had a segment on sports, which the kids just loved. And then finally we had as a highlight 2 young ladies from the Indian community who are seniors in high school who presented a wonderful program on the colors of Indian culture. This looked at things like dress, and holidays and weddings and so forth. Okay. Now it's a second example of our culture. Oh, I'm sorry. These are just some pictures of the group, and the next one is the picture of the participants. And I wanted to show that because I'm hoping that some of you will come forward at some point and help us with these programs. Because the more people we have, the more children we can reach. Okay. So, the other example of a recent cultural program, many of you actually took part in. This was our Christmas in Kerala holiday party. And as you see here, we have the same ladies, I think, some of the same ladies that just did the dance. And just a couple more pictures, one more. And then we had this wonderful Christmas choir. And in addition, a lovely duet that was sung by some of our favorite people. And I think that the people that attended this festival were really taken by the idea that Christianity developed so early in Kerala, and that in spite of the fact that this is a Christian festival, that everybody in the Kerala community shares in celebrating. So that was very nice. Now, ultimately, though, is to build relationships between people in Kochi and in Hampton Roads. And we work with 2 groups in Kochi. The first is the private citizens group. Which is headed by Commander Manjoram, who's related to some of the people in this room. Another picture of him with the city council picture. And then the third picture shows the entire group. And I wanted to mention this because I have another request, which is if you have any interest or have any friends in Kochi that might like to participate in an organization like this, I think they'd be happy to have some assistance. So please let us know if you know of anybody. Now we also work together with the government in Kochi, one more picture, and in particular with the Center for Heritage, Environment, and Economic Development. This is just a picture of the head of it there. And the third way we communicate is by using our members as links. We are in regular contact by email, but we're fortunate to have committee members who visit Kochi while in India. We think of them as our individual ambassadors. And here is a picture from a recent trip that was taken by Professor Alok Verma. The lady to his right is the current mayor of Kochi, Mrs. Jain, and Alok was very successful in getting her support for some of the projects that we're going to be doing in the future. He also visited the Porta Society Association and CUSAT, which is the leading university in Kochi, where he's going to take a sabbatical and part of it there. And he also has gotten just about to the point where Old Dominion University and CUSAT will be signing a memo of understanding. So he's been a very effective person as an ambassador. Finally now, we get to the current programs. We have recently initiated 2 related educational projects that were part of our proposal to the mayor and to CHED. First of all, we have an informational exchange between our school systems that concerns the programs and curricula, pedagogical approaches, and the challenges that our schools face. And the second, which I'm very excited about, is the creation of Norfolk Sister City's first partner school relationship. Oh, I think you went one too far. Okay. The Norfolk partner is Rosemont Middle School, which is the home to the Academy of International Studies and the Gifted and Talented program for the middle schoolers in Norfolk. This shows the first meeting that we had with the core team of teachers and administrators. Okay, and CHED is in the process of looking for the Kochi partner. Should you have any suggestions, please let us know. Now, we're coming to the big point. And that is our other ongoing project that is a continuation of a long tradition of the Norfolk Sister City Association that involves Norfolk's unofficial symbol, which is the mermaid, as you see here. And the tradition that we have is to present a Norfolk mermaid statue to each one of our sister cities. Could I show the next one is the last one we did. Okay, this is the one we sent to the Philippines. Each one of them is custom for the city intended. Now, if you could skip the next 2. And what we looked at various mermaids, but we were fortunate to have an artist in our committee, and she designed this mermaid, which we think is very lovely. And we will be in the process of preparing this in the coming months. At least this, the artist will, not the rest of us. If you look at the next slide, in fact, you can see her starting to do the work. Now, we have a little problem, and this is one of the reasons I've come to you. And that is, well, first of all, before we get to the problem, I want to invite another piece of participation. And that is that this lady needs a name. Now, the name can be in English, or it could also be in Malayalam. But I need to have a translation so I know what it means. And I'd like to encourage you, since I don't know Malayalam, that you would try to think of a very apt name that we could use for this mermaid going to Kochi. Now, the second, more critical problem is that we discovered that the costs of shipping the statue to Kochi are substantially greater than the costs of shipping previous mermaids, much more than our budget anticipated. Therefore, we are asking for donations from Friends of Kochi to help us to defray these costs. We're hoping to raise $1,500. If you can help either as a group or as a family or an individual, even with a small donation, we would be very grateful to you. Tonight or in coming days, you might wish to make these donations. The people that you could see would be Anil Nair, Rajik, and well, also you can send a donation directly to the Norfolk Sister City Association. Can we have the next slide, please? Okay, and I'm going to leave this flash drive with you, so in case somebody wants to get this information from it, you can do so. And there's my name, and I hope the next time I come here that I won't talk as long as I can't compete with these adorable children. And I also hope that you will know me as Anne, just let you know each other by your first names. So thank you very much. Nani and happy Onam.